I just want to jump in and let everybody know that Steve Harrison is running for Congress for some of the people who are here. And Mike McMahon is also running, and there was a bit of a mix-up in a scheduling conflict with him being able to come here tonight. There's also a scheduling conflict with him coming to Staten Island next week. We wanted everyone to be able to ask people about ask the candidates about any questions they might have on the platform. And since Steve's here, we should penalize him for being here. So we should allow. Yeah, I want to make sure that if anybody has any questions, just jump out.
Mr. Harrison, I hope you don't mind if I throw my 2 cents in with regard to the electability argument, and who's going to win. I think this district is going to be Democratic in November and for the next 2 years and far beyond. I think the people of our district realize the veto mentality is wrong, and whether you just change the names, those ideas are wrong. From the conversations I've had with you, you seem like a real progressive who's going to stand up for our values.
Where everyone, it's a human right to have health care and education and not to be in poverty and to have a home. And I think that's what we have to push for.
I'm a strong supporter of single-payer health care. I get out there. You can find it on my website. I don't say universal, because universal health care becomes one of those buzzwords that it can mean almost anything that you want. And one thing I won't be is a mealy-mouth Democrat. I want single-payer health care.
I think one of the most unique things about Obama's campaign is that he's involving everybody and he's taking a small contribution.
You take a look at me. Right now, I have 1,200 donors, over 1,200. It's going on 1,400 donors. My average donation is less than $150. Okay? Mr. McMahon has fewer donors, yet they say he has more support. My question to you is, who has more support just from that? If the idea behind measuring the amount of money somebody has is supposed to be a measurement of how much support he has, aren't we saying that somebody who's a millionaire has more value in our society? To me, I have more support. Okay, may not show up in the money, but it certainly shows up in the people.
And I've worked with Brooklyn for Peace, and I've worked in the anti-war movement. You've been with us from the very beginning. You know that. We know where you stand on the war in Iraq, and people just don't know where this other guy stands because we can't figure it out.
The war going on in Iraq, it's a war that is fought with the children of the poor, the money of the middle class, for the benefit of the rich.
I have a teacher and had some of my students go over there, and one didn't come back. It was a horror to me, but I just want to say that I feel how important this issue is, and I just don't know where the other guy stands. How can anybody trust somebody who says something different?
I hope that things like this will continue, because I think that in the next 8 years, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done.
There's more to democracy than going out there and exercising capitalism in Manhattan and making as much money as you can. There's also something about giving back and making people understand that.